Hello, we studied the works of Douglas Frasquetti, and today we will paint these beautiful roses in one stroke style. Douglas has many wonderful works. Now we will look at this one. I like it very much, so I use it in many of my works. For example, in this. Let's get started. First of all, we will make an underpainting. Here is the center, here is the body of the flower. If you are beginner in painting, you can cut the rose along the contour and painting it over with a sponge. I made a sketch. Exactly, you mustn't copy everything. If you write some petals differently or don't write them at all, there won't be difference. So I use ultramarine gouache, acrylic varnish, white and ruby color. Acrylic varnish I use for the layers. Didn't mix along themselves, mostly in the underpainting. Pay attention to the lighting of the flower. One part is the lightest, the other is darker, because it is in shadow. We need to make sure that the light part goes smoothly into the shadow. I mixed ruby and white. It will be light. I will insert a little acrylic varnish. I paint over the light part of the flower with broad strokes. Look, there is a dark side of the rose. There I am entering a dark color. Do the gradient between color. Painting the center of the flower. I use ultramarine color. I also paint a shadow under the flower's body, drying it out. You can also make a shadow under each leaf. I show you the simplest option. We type a light and dark color on the brush. I work with the dark side of the flower, but you can start with the light side if you prefer. I paint two strokes like in the picture of Douglas. You can search for interesting options for yourselves. The next stroke in the same, with the same brush. Don't forget this is in the shadow side of the flower, so you don't need a lot of white. The next stroke is in the rose's body. We made the side of the rose. Next, change the direction of the strokes. The strokes were different. With these strokes, we covered the rose of the light parts. Then we paint the inner, lighter petals. However, don't go below the dark color in the center of the flower. I'm making a stroke. This will be part for the petal. Then I will paint the band for it. Next I paint the band on the petal. It is under shadow. Duplicate the strokes. We paint it up with a thin brush. I am showing you how to do it now, but it is better to do it in the end of work.